Does get confuse you? You learned it means receive, but then you see get up, get it, get lost, or I've got a cat, and none of them mean receive. What's going on? If you've ever felt this way, this video is for you. Stay with me, and I'll explain exactly why get seems to mean so many different things, and how to finally understand it.
This is going to be interesting.
Get can be confusing sometimes, especially with Spanish speakers, because they have been taught that get means receive. But what about sentences like, I get it, which means I understand. I got to see my favorite band, means I had the opportunity, or I've got a new phone, which expresses possession. The way get is used in all these examples is different, and I understand why it could be confusing. But don't worry, there's a trick to help you figure it out. Let's take a look at the many ways we use get beyond just receiving something. For understanding, oh, I get it now, meaning I understand. For permission or opportunity, I got to see my favorite band live, meaning I had the chance. For arriving somewhere, I got to work late today, meaning I arrived at work late. For possession in British English, I've got a new phone, which in American English is just, I have a new phone. And of course, phrasal verbs like get up, get out, get along, and so many more. Now that we understand these meanings, let's tackle another common problem. When to use get in a sentence. One of the biggest questions Spanish-speaking students ask is, why is get used so often when in Spanish we just use normal verbs? And that's a great question. Here's the trick. Get is mostly used in two key situations. First, with adjectives. We say get angry, get wet, get hungry. This works just like me or say in Spanish. For example, me enojé in Spanish translates to I got angry in English. Next, with past participles, we say get broken, got stolen, got arrested. This is similar to the passive voice in Spanish, using say. For example, se rompió in Spanish becomes it got broken in English. Here's another tricky one. Let's get going. Spanish speakers often translate this as permitir, recibir, yendo, which doesn't make sense in Spanish. In reality, let's get going means let's start moving or let's begin. Some learners may try to translate literally, and that can create mistakes. In English, it's just a way of saying let's start. No need to always translate everything word for word. Remember, English is not a translation of any other language. It has its own rules and uses. Translating literally can help you sometimes, but not always. But here's the catch. Get is not used with normal verbs. That's why we don't say get forget or get go. Forget or run isn't an adjective or a past participle, so it doesn't fit our rule. Instead, we say, I forgot. In short, when you see me or say in Spanish, ask yourself, is the word after it an adjective or past participle? If yes, use get. If not, just don't use get with it.
All that is really helpful.
Alright, but just like any rule, there are always some exceptions. Our trick can help in many cases, but not all adjectives will work with get. For example, we don't say I got dead or I got fun. Weird, right? Instead, we say he died or I had fun. Here are some other adjectives or past participles that won't work with the rule. If you need further explanation about this point, leave me a comment.
I have many questions for you.
So, while this trick works most of the time, there are some words where get just doesn't fit. But don't worry, here's one last simple trick to help you know when get is okay.
Listen to this up in here.
Here's a rule of thumb for you. If you're not sure whether you can use get, try replacing it with become. If the sentence keeps the same meaning, you can use get. If not, don't use get. Just use the normal verb instead. Look at these examples. So, next time you're unsure, do the become test. If become works, get works. If not, don't use get at all. So, what did we learn today? Get is way more than just a simple verb. It's the key to improving fluency, understanding idioms, and making your English more dynamic. Alright, before we wrap up, let's try a quick exercise. Complete the sentences below with the correct form of get. Ready? Pause the video if you need more time. Got your answers? Let's check them out. Great job. Now, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below if you know of any phrases where get is used differently than what I explained, and I'll address it in a future video. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe for more English tips. As always, stay curious, stay motivated, and keep watching my videos. See you in the next one.